Okay, hello seeds. As you can see, if you recognize my setting, I'm here at the school recording some lessons, so um, it's weird being here without you guys, but um, yeah, I miss you and we'll see each other soon. So, continuing with our reading lessons, I'm going to change it up a little bit more this week and I'm going to give you stuff to work on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday that go along with this lesson. Do what you can. I'm going to upload the PDF document that goes with it, with everything, to Google Classroom so you can submit it that way. Or if you want to submit it on Seesaw, you can wait until one day, take pictures of your work throughout the week and then send it on Thursday or Friday or over the weekend, something like that. There's no hard due dates on this. If you get you know, part of it done and not all of it, that's fine. But I just thought, there's a lot in these stories and a lot of material that's provided. So it's just a way to practice the reading skills and writing and get a little grammar in there. Um, so this week we're going to read a story called High Fly Guy. And I'm just going to show you these are the words to know. It'll be included in your document. I'm not going to spend really any time with it. If you want to look through it and if you want more to do, you can, look up these words if the words that you're not sure the meaning, you can use them in sentences. You can challenge yourself to write a story with them, but that's all completely optional. Those are just some ideas of, because I know some of us um, might be looking for more to do while others are definitely not. So, okay. So our reading skill this week is understanding characters. We have talked about this before, so this is just an opportunity to get more practice. Every time we're reading, it's like we got to kind of think of it like, we're looking for clues. And so for understanding characters, we're looking for clues as to how the character's feeling. What do they do? What do they say? And we can see this in evidence with, people we know. If you see somebody stomping across the room, their actions might tell you that they're angry. It's the same kind of thing when we're reading. So um, the the story begins, you can see there's this here. It says, understanding characters. Remember that you can learn a lot about what story characters are like from what they say and do. Good readers use text evidence to figure out how characters feel and why they act the way they do. List clues about the characters in a chart. So this is going to look like the chart that you're going to make on a piece of paper. That will be your work, your follow-up work with this lesson for today. So what words, what actions, and then what feelings. How do they feel? So the words and actions will be the text evidence. That's what we see in the story, directly. The character said this. The character did this. It's right here on page whatever. That's our text evidence that tells us, okay, I think that this character is feeling sad or embarrassed or whatever. And then we have our topic for the story is insects. Oh, I love this topic, as some of you know. Insects are amazing. Grasshoppers can hop over tall grass. An ant can lift as much as 10 times its weight. Ladybugs have pretty black spots on their red backs. Bees make honey. What is your favorite kind of insect? You will read about a boy and an insect he finds in Hi, Fly Guy. So here is our text. The author is Ted Arnold, and he's the illustrator. So you've maybe read some of these Fly Guy stories before. Hi, Fly Guy by Ted Arnold. And question we also want to think about as we read this is, how can insects be helpful? You'll be delving more into that with some follow-up writing. Chapter 1. A fly went flying. He was looking for something to eat. Something tasty. Right here we see this box that tells us we can look at the words that the author uses that has to do with taste. And then it asks which word has to do with touch. So tasty, something slimy. A boy went walking. He was looking for something to catch. Something smart. Something for the amazing pet show. I wonder what he'll catch. Some noise outside. They met. Boink. The boy caught the fly in a jar. A pet, he said. We're turning to page 124 if you're reading along with the story that I uploaded. The fly was mad. He wanted to be free. He stomped his foot and said, "Buzz." The boy was surprised. He said, "You know my name. You are the smartest pet in the world." Page 126, chapter 2. Buzz took the fly home. "This is my pet," Buzz said to Mom and Dad. "He is smart. He can say my name. Listen." Buzz opened the jar. The fly flew out. Page 128. "Flies can't be pets," said Dad. "They are pests." He got the fly swatter. The fly cried, "Buzz!" And Buzz came to the rescue. "You are right," said Dad. "This fly is smart." "He needs a name," said Mom. Buzz thought for a minute. "Fly Guy," said Buzz, and Fly Guy said, "Buzz." It was time for lunch. Buzz gave Fly Guy something to eat. Fly Guy was happy. So here we see our understanding characters box. What does Buzz do for Fly Guy? Is Buzz a good pet owner? So we can see he gave him something to eat. He gave him a name. He rescued him from Dad. Those are some of the things that we have read so far. Chapter 3, The Amazing Pet Show. Buzz took Fly Guy to the amazing pet show. The judges laughed. "Flies can't be pets," they said. "Flies are pests." Page 134. Buzz was sad. He opened the jar. "Shoo, Fly Guy," he said. "Flies can't be pets." But Fly Guy liked Buzz. He had an idea. He did some fancy flying. Page 136. The judges were amazed. "The fly can do tricks," they said. "But flies can't be pets." Then Fly Guy said, "Buzz." The judges were amazed. "The fly knows the boy's name," they said. "But flies can't be pets." Fly Guy flew high, high, high into the sky. Page 138. Then he dived down, down, down into the jar. "The fly knows his jar," the judges said. "This fly is a pet." They let Fly Guy in the show. He even won an award. And so began a beautiful friendship. The end. Whoop. Okay, so that was Fly Guy. That was kind of fun. So for our comprehension, our digging deeper, this is what you're going to do today. It says how to analyze the text. Use these pages to learn about understanding characters and author's word choice. Then read Fly Guy again. So I encourage you to go back and read it again. You can listen with me if you like again. It says understanding characters. Buzz and Fly Guy are characters in Hi Fly Guy. What does Buzz do to help Fly Guy? And what does Fly Guy do to help Buzz? Use what the characters do and say as text evidence to figure out their feelings. Pictures can give clues too. List details in a chart to help you describe the characters. So those are particular things you can look for. What does Buzz do to help Fly Guy, and what does Fly Guy do to help Buzz? So we know that in the beginning of the story, we can use the text evidence to conclude that Buzz wasn't very happy about being caught, and at first, it doesn't seem like he wants to be Buzz's pet. It even says, the fly was mad. He wanted to be free. He stomped his foot. But Buzz was surprised, right? So then he's showing him to Mom and Dad. And when Dad is trying to swat Fly Guy, Buzz comes to his rescue. So we see the picture too, how Buzz goes to his nose. He's like, Buzz! And he goes right to him. So we might say that Buzz feels like he can trust, or I'm sorry, Fly Guy feels like he can trust Buzz. He maybe feels safe with Buzz. And we can conclude that because he flies to him, he's looking to him for safety. And then we talked about here about what Buzz does to be a good pet owner. He feels probably really happy that Fly Guy is his pet. And we can conclude that because back here, he was really excited. We see his face. He looks really excited that Fly Guy knows his name. And starting off, I'm just going over some examples that you can put. I'm not going to tell you everything. I'm definitely going to leave the ending with the pet show for you guys to write about. But we know that Buzz helps Fly Guy out. He feeds him. He gives him something to eat. Fly Guy doesn't look angry anymore, does he? He looks happy, maybe grateful. So he got some lunch. Is Buzz a good pet owner? Yeah. I mean, you think about what a pet owner needs to do to take care of their pets. They have to take care of them, which is feeding them and meeting their needs. Now, Fly Guy doesn't necessarily need to be taken out to go for a walk and things like that, but he does need food and water just like everything else that lives. So in your chart, go back to that page, you can say, in the beginning, Fly Guy was angry. The actions are he stomped his foot. Okay, that's the text evidence. If you want on the side, if you want to add a column, you can put like the page that you, or even here in the box, like he stomped his foot, page, I don't know, whatever page that was, page 1. That was on page 124. So you can write feelings. Fly Guy was angry. He stomped his foot, page 124. He was angry about being caught because he was like, I want to be free and fly around looking for food. So just giving you an example of what you can put in your box. I encourage you to go back and reread, and particularly look here where it's saying, how do they help each other? So think about how, we talked about how Buzz helps Fly Guy, but in the end of the pet show, we see how Fly Guy helps Buzz too. So that's your follow-up work for today, you can draw this chart. It's obviously going to need to be bigger than it is here on this page because it's kind of tiny. So you can maybe take a whole sheet of paper and just write, or make 3 columns: words, actions, feelings, and write and discuss the characters and how they feel. And then something else to think about, the author's word choice. In the beginning of the story, we read about how Fly Guy was looking for something tasty and something slimy. So writers choose words that help you know how things look, feel, sound, smell, or taste. The author says that the fly went looking for something slimy. What do you picture in your mind when you read the word slimy? What word tells what Fly Guy sounds like? What other words in the story describe what things are like? So on Tuesday, I'd like you to go back and look for some of these words. Look for the words that describe how Fly Guy sounds and what other words in the story describe what things are like. And if you remember what those describing words are, what we call those adjectives. So Tuesday, I would like you to make a list of the adjectives that you find in the story and pick 2 things to answer. You can either be this and one of these questions or 2 of these questions, okay? So that's Tuesday's work. Actually, you know what? I forgot. I'd already thought about this and I nixed that. Forget that. Actually, yeah, keep that. Sorry. It's like there's a lot of things that we can do. I'm trying to find the balance. Don't want to overwhelm, but okay. So Tuesday, make the list of adjectives and pick 2 questions to answer. Wednesday, I'm going to give you the choice for your writing. You can either do the write about reading. The response says, write sentences that tell why you think Fly Guy is a good pet. Give reasons why you feel as you do. Use text evidence from the story for ideas. So you need to have probably at least 4 sentences. Your first sentence will be your topic sentence of, I think Fly Guy is a good pet for many reasons. That's like an example. And then make sure you use text evidence, from the story. You can do that as your writing, or you can do one of these compare texts. And here in a second, I'm going to read the second little thing. So the text to text, which it'll be write a poem about Fly Guy, like one of the poems in Busy Bugs. Use words that tell how things look, sound, smell, taste, or feel. Or you can choose write a caption or text to world. So you can choose one of those things for your writing. And the second short little text is a poem called Busy Bugs. How do you think this poet got the idea to write a snail poem? Read how the snail says hello to the sun. Caracol, caracol, saca tus cuernos al sol, to a snail. Poke your head out, little one. Time to say good morning, sun. You can look for bugs under rocks, on leaves, or in the grass. Look for bugs with wings flying in the air. Song of the Bugs. Some bugs pinch and some bugs creep, and some bugs buzz themselves to sleep. Buzz, 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 buzz. This is the song of the bugs. Some bugs fly when the moon is high. Some bugs make a light in the sky. Flicker, flicker, firefly. This is the song of the bugs. That one's by Margaret Wise Brown. The last one I read was a traditional Spanish poem. And finally, on almost any rainy day, you will be sure to see worms. Watch them move. Worm. Squiggly, wiggly, wriggly, jiggly, ziggly, higgly, piggly, worm. Watch it wiggle, see it squiggle, see it squirm. By Marianne Hoberman. Okay? So this may be something you want to do on your own. Maybe this is a lot of fun and you can choose a bug to write a poem about, like how they just wrote a poem about worms. Okay, so that's your writing for Wednesday. Thursday is your grammar day. And your focus this week are adverbs. Adverbs are kind of like adjectives. Adjectives, as you remember, describe our noun. They tell us about the noun. Adverbs describe the verbs. They tell us how we do something, how much, where, or when. Many, but not all, adverbs end with ly. So not all adverbs do, but a lot of the times they do. So example here of how adverbs: the boat moves quickly in the water. Our verb is moves. How does the boat move? It moves quickly. We could change our adverb to say the boat moves slowly in the water. That tells us how the boat moves. Quickly, slowly, rapidly. Those are all adverbs that tell us how the boat can move. They carefully steered the boat. Our verb is steered. How did they steer the boat? They steered it carefully. Adverbs can also tell where. They're here. They are here. Our verb is are. Where are they? Here. The water splashed everywhere. Where did the water splash? Everywhere. Adverbs can tell us when. The bugs woke up early in the morning. When did the bugs wake up? Early. They went to bed late. When did they go to bed? Late. And then adverbs can tell us how much. They kicked a ball very hard. How hard? They kicked it very hard. So kicked is our verb. They kicked it hard, very hard. The ball flew by too fast. The ball flew is our verb. It flew too fast. Okay? So on the next page, you'll read each sentence and find the adverb. Describe if it tells how, where, when, or how much. Then say a new sentence using the adverb. So I'll do number 1 with you. Ned slowly unpacked the picnic basket. Our verb, our action, what did Ned do? He unpacked the picnic basket. He unpacked. How did he unpack it? He unpacked it slowly. So our adverb is slowly, and it tells us how he did something. And then it says you can say a new sentence using the adverb or write a new sentence. So I walked slowly around the block with my dog. There you go. Okay, so that is your grammar lesson, your grammar work to do for the week. So I will write up all these instructions on what to do each day and put it on your work plan. And the PDF for this lesson with the story will be also uploaded into Google Classroom, so you can find it easier there, because I know there was some difficulty in accessing the templates that I included with the lesson. So have fun diving in deep and understanding Fly Guy and Buzz more deeply. Make sure you use your text evidence. That is everything. And I'll see you next time.